to the interwebs. Hello,
There we
everyone,
go.
and welcome. We are officially live. This is Brian and Kirk from What's New Video Games. We do a podcast every other Monday, Epic Loot Radio, over on Works a Game. If you guys haven't been following Kirk, be sure to go check him out. You just posted an NHL 23K, right? Review?
2024, yeah,
24.
EA Sports. Pretty good, but if you've been buying the games every year, might not be worth it, but it's a good game to jump into if you haven't played NHL in a while, for sure.
Yeah, I'm always wondering if they'll ever decide to shift into a games as a service model for those, but I think
Well, Ultimate Team already is. Oh,
right,
you mean
yeah.
like roster updates? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do
No,
that. Too much.
they're
They'd
not
be burning money. Yeah,
burning
absolutely
that
not.
dollar. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be reacting to the season 5 Halo, the Reckoning trailer. If you guys haven't been following Halo, I think season 4 absolutely did a great job at fixing some of the core complaints that a lot of people have had. Namely, I think when it comes down to the playlists, the maps, I think the gameplay just felt tighter. It just felt more Halo. And now here we are with the season 5 getting ready to drop on October the 18th. And today the trailer drops. So we're gonna live react. It has you like you messaged me. You're like, oh man, I wasn't expecting something today.
Yeah, you're the Halo guy, man. I had to
Oh
I
yeah.
had to let you know. Yeah, no, they're definitely on the right track in general right now. I think, dropping Infection, a lot of people said it was too late, but I'm of the opinion, it's never too late to improve your game. I mean, we've seen stuff like Rainbow Six Siege prove otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that they're out there and doing the thing, bring on Infection. Everybody that was still around for the game, still ready to get hyped for that, got super hyped for that. And just like everything about the rank system feels better. Like
Yes.
it's more visible, it's more transparent what your rank
It
is and
feels more
why.
rewarding. Like I think that's one of the
Yeah.
things that I always was like, all right, I have to go through all these hoops. I don't mind challenges. I don't mind these little things that happen, but the first iteration of it was you have to do these challenges. So it completely broke any objective gameplay type because people wouldn't play the objective, they'd play their challenges so that they could progress on a seasonal pass. And I was like, this is just awful. And you knocked it out of the park with the ranks, but also with the whole change to progression. I that's where it's like I'm actually one of the best things they did from the beginning though is the fact that you keep your battle pass. If you buy it,
Yeah.
you keep it. It doesn't expire. So I'm almost done with seasons 4 battle pass. And if there's time between then and season 5, I'll be going back and working on past battle passes that I have access to, which is a real good thing in my mind.
It's unfortunate that that's not a trend that anybody else has picked up. And the reason for it is that Halo Infinite hasn't been super successful.
Mm,
If Fortnite did it, then everybody would start doing it. So
right. Yeah.
unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's like a lucrative model that a lot of people are going to emulate. But it would be really great to see other games copy that and allow
Yeah.
people to do the battle pass after the fact. Did Destiny ever end up doing that,
No,
or
man.
is it? Ah, that sucks.
They keep leaning
That's
in like
bad.
they have to have that FOMO element to get that
Yes.
purchase. Now, what Wayfinder does is they've actually adopted the model of you buy it, you keep it, but they are only going to sell it to you during the season, thus having that element of like, if you don't buy it now, you're going to miss out on it in the future. So I'm very excited to see that is, and I'm okay with that. Like in terms of like, because I think essentially that model means that at some point they can come back and bundle that together and say, hey, it's been a couple of years. Did you miss out on season 1 through 4? Well, check out the bundle. Like we're going to go ahead and open that up. Now, I don't know if Wayfinder will do that specifically, but I like the lack of FOMO that exists in Halo actually makes me play it over Destiny. It actually makes me want look forward to actually sitting down.
Yeah, like as a full-time dad, like you can't be doing that
like, all
that
right.
FOMO stuff. Speaking of
Exactly.
FOMO though, for the people that can sort of get in when while the getting's good, I really like the free event passes. They
Yeah.
also extended those to 2 weeks. They used to be 1 week, I think. So now it gives players more of an opportunity to actually get through the whole event pass. And like, yeah, I don't know another game that does that where it's just like, yep, for 2 weeks you get 10 to 20 tiers of rewards that you don't have to pay for.
Yeah.
All you have to do is log on and play the game. And it's like good stuff, like really good looking cosmetics that, other games would save for their paywalls.
Yeah.
that you can earn, and like all of my armor sets are from the free event passes.
Yeah.
And my guys look great. So yeah, I love that. I wish that other games would do that too, because that's what initially brought me in. Because with their initial model, I was like, I don't really care about this battle pass per se, like 100 tiers. That's a lot. I don't know that I'm gonna play this for 100 tiers worth. Then they dropped that free event pass, and I was like, yeah, man, getting on for like a couple of days and banging this out, that's really appealing. It reminds me of old Destiny 1 Iron Banner kind of.
Oh
like
yeah,
just get in, get out one weekend, get all the rewards. I love that type of thing. So yeah, I'm excited to see if they announce any type of like flood related like event stuff.
Dude,
yes. Yeah.
Now I think that's something that's they still have things that are missing, right? I don't think Halo Infinite is the be all end all Halo experience yet. And I'm enjoying the PvP, but I'd love to see some elements of a PvE component brought into it. I think that's one of the things that Destiny does so well. It marries like okay, do you not feel like doing PvP? But also Destiny, I feel, has primarily abandoned PvP a lot. So I'm excited. That's where Halo has been filling in that gap. And I'm wondering if Destiny will, again, like I want Halo to succeed because I think they have some really good gamer focused business things. And those choices, I think, could have a rippling effect. But it's been hard this whole time talking about like how Halo's seasonal, model is the best, being, of how they did it, but without having to ultimately kind of bring that in. And I love Frag's comment talking about how I look like Jim Beaver, aka Bobby Singer from Supernatural. I do get that. When I was younger and skinnier, people always thought I looked kind of like Edward Norton, and and then the comments that I get on my videos, I don't know if you get this at all on any of yours, but people will like say I sound like a certain celebrity, and for some reason
I'm not important or popular enough for anybody to be making those type of comparisons.
I get Bill Murray,
anyway.
So I'm just kind of curious.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all. I don't hear it at all.
I was gonna say appearance wise, like maybe Louis C.K. with the whole stand-up comedy and
I have a whole bit about Louis C.K. Yeah. I do like when like without the thing, it's like I got the perfect, beautiful.
I don't get Bill Murray at all. That's interesting.
No. They say that's in the voice, but then the Louis C.K. thing is literally like, I have to mention it, and every time I do a stand-up, because after I get off stage for a show, if I don't, people will come up and be like, I thought you looked like I was thinking Louis C.K. the whole time. And so if I call it into the mind, people end up, I think, having a lot more fun with it.
Let's throw that the Halo YouTube up.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just refreshing because it hasn't officially kicked on. I guess it's just going to rock itself out. So we'll be, just to catch everybody up to speed, we're going to be live reacted to the Season 5 trailer. Season 5 drops October the 18th. After the trailer plays, we might have a little bit.
Now.
Yeah, I know, dude. After the trailer plays, we might just kind of talk about what we thought about it and what we're kind of hoping for Halo. I feel like I really want to see some new modes. Like, I just want to see more, and I think if they can do what they did in Season 4, I think that's going to be really something that I want to see with it.
Honestly, I would probably just be happy with flood related like cosmetics. I mean, but I don't know how you don't just do a flood related mode.
Yeah, you gotta have a flood related mode if you're gonna do cosmetics.
But what is that gonna be? Has Halo ever had a flood related mode?
Firefight, right? Like they've had like different kinds, and I don't know if that actually would translate to this, but if they brought that mode back, which has been rumored to see that, you could put in some PvE elements to it. They've got they've got the team. They've done PvE before, and I think that
like an extraction thing.
Oh, dude,
that'd be interesting.
I'm still on board for Halo having literally a battle royale or something. Like, I think I know not everybody wants it, but I feel like it is lacking in the grand scheme of things, right? Like every game that keeps succeeding in the streaming space is like, all right. So I feel like they've been holding themselves back. I don't know if that's gonna drop anytime now, but we'll have to see. Mr. YouTube Andy says Infection is flood inspired, but there wasn't any flood to kill.
Yeah, there wasn't any. Yeah, it was all the hazmat stuff. Like it was more like viral focused, which I really liked that whole aesthetic. Like I think that they're going like, so I like the idea of the hazmat suit, and I like the idea of this going more flood related. That stuff feels Halo to me. Yeah. And like I'm not knocking like the samurai or the other ones that they've had, but like they felt kind of random. Like just having a Japanese samurai armor set just feels very,
Yeah.
very random in Halo. Whereas like a hazmat suit or like something flood related, like that feels like it's in that Halo universe. And I think that's kind of what people want. Like people, they're very attached to like what Halo means to them and sort of the aesthetic that's tied to that. And I feel like them starting out with some like kind of wild off the wall, like they had the like World War II sets
Yeah.
that were like trench warfare, like gas mask stuff. Like I don't think anybody really vibed with that a whole lot.
Right. Yeah.
So I like that they're sort of getting it back to like, okay, what is like a natural offshoot of Halo that like feels organic? I think that's
gotta
gonna
feel
do better.
organic.
Yeah.
Especially with how they've changed the dying system and all these different like bigger changes where people like historically had these expectations, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we've really kind of fundamentally shifted how that works. And at the end of the day, like I think I mean what I've seen from season 4 has been, I think, rock solid. I just want to see more and more and more.
Best season yet, has to be, right?
It has to be. Well, but then to be fair against the previous seasons, they weren't great. Like it was also inconsistent in its length. Now it kind of feels like, oh snap, they did season 4 and now season 5's here. It's 4 months. That feels like a good amount of time. That doesn't feel like you're waiting, like, again, because they had like what was a 9-month, a 10-month season.
In some ways it feels like the game kind of started with season 4, honestly.
Well, and that's probably what should have happened at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But here we are. So thanks guys for the likes on the stream. We're gonna just live react. How's the volume, guys? Are you able to hear it, Kirk?
We should turn the stream up a little bit. Yeah, they're on their side.
Why is there it goes? That should be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm excited.
Season 5. Let's go. Halo Force extraction mode.
Extraction!
Yes! Oh my gosh! Yes! Oh, dude, look at the effects they have on the
weapon. Those are some crazy cosmetics.
Dude, I love the Needler. Oh, yeah. Whoa, okay.
What?
Environmental effects?
Yeah.
Levels? New arena map forbidden.
Dude,
how many maps are we getting?
Those flood cosmetics look insane. And on the guns, you got gun skins. Halloween effects on the kill effects.
What the hell?
We got PvE.
PvE?
Unless that's a player. No, dude, it's PvE.
Add AI to Forge creation.
Yes.
Let's go, baby. Earn Battle Pass XP and custom games. This is what was needed for the longest time.
Yeah.
Woo!
All helmets on all armor cores. Let's go.
Yes. No longer punishing people who want to play customs. Thank you. Woo!
Oh, it's so sick.
Dude. Firefight.
There you go. Yeah, exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, baby. Extraction and firefight. And PvE, baby. We freaking just called the whole thing.
We just called the whole presentation.
Dude.
Oh, they literally were like, you want all of that? Here you go. There you go.
Dude,
just take all of that.
That was incredible.
Wow.
That was heart pumping. Oh my goodness, dude.
I thought it was gonna be like kind of lame. Like I thought we were gonna like sit there and watch like 2 minutes and we were gonna be like, okay. Well, I guess some more Halo, like holy crap, like okay. Like Halo's back, baby. Like I know that like a lot of people aren't gonna care about this, and that's unfortunate, but like
this is another building block though. Like you think about the AI being added into the Forge mode, and then essentially the extraction and firefight coming into these two types of modes, also then going to be combined with Forge. This is going to also set that custom community on fire of building so much more stuff.
Dude.
And then you factor in that you can go and get battle pass progress and stuff like that as a custom game.
Play whatever you want. Play however you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got the pushback. I never understood when people were like, but people are going to game it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
don't
they
care
wanna,
if someone else gets to tier 100 before me. Yeah, that's
yeah,
dumb.
like that's oh, they did it through like this custom game,
Yeah.
loop. All right,
That is
like
literally the ethos of Halo, is like goofing around and doing crazy stuff, racing
yeah,
mongooses or warthogs on like some weird track that somebody built
yeah,
that's like an inch wide. Yeah,
dude, yes,
this trailer, that was amazing.
that
So
was
so the
awesome.
firefight and the extraction, is that the same or are those two different things?
I
Because
think it sounds
you
like
know
it's two
about
different things.
firefight.
Right. It's
Okay.
not like, yeah, and that was what they put it in. It looked like it had AI baked into it. It
Yeah.
looks absolutely interesting. I'm like, I
So
think
we
again,
got two game modes and AI and custom modes.
yes, and we got they announced one new map. So that's the kind of the question. Like, are we going to see, like, I mean, well, they had
I would
also the
prefer
First
it
Blood
that
map,
way.
right?
I
Like
would
it was the
prefer
two.
less maps and more new things to do, like
Well, they
more
have a
game
bunch.
modes.
Last season they added like 8 maps. Like it was,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So I
they,
think we got like they opened the floodgates on the maps last season, and
dude,
now
yes,
we're getting the content. Like to me, maps. I'm whatever on maps. Like I
yeah,
think that a key part of PvP multiplayer is map knowledge anyway.
yeah,
So when I'm trying to bounce between Halo and Siege and COD and like whatever, like I can only remember so many maps anyway. So I've never been a big map guy. Like, oh, the game needs like 12 more maps or whatever. That's not really me. So I'd much rather they give us more content in terms of like different new interesting things to engage with.
yeah.
If they're
Oh
on
yeah,
the same
definitely.
maps, whatever. Like if I get to run around as Flood or whatever, it seems like all the Flood stuff might be cosmetic, which is fine. I don't really
Yeah,
care. It would have been cool
but
to
still
incorporate Flood, but how are they going to
AI.
do
Yeah.
that in PvP? I'm not really sure.
Well,
I think it's
again,
much better to
AI.
have the
This sets the
grunts.
stage. This
Yeah,
sets
have
the
the grunts, the
stage, right?
brutes, like in the map. That's so sick, man.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
really like
Blinken.
that.
There was 2 maps because I was like, wait a minute. Like I felt like I was counting 2, and then I only remembered like the 4 forbidden. In this case, so Blinken coming in clutch there in chat. Thank you, Blinken, and thank you guys for the likes. Now, In Vain says AI in Forge is huge. It adds so much to the game for game preservation in the sense of a community dying over time, but it also is contributing to keep the community alive, and that is currently what is possible. And that's where I'm saying, like, these new modes, all of these
Yeah.
things, like, imagine what people are going to envision, what new kind of game modes that they're going to create. And then again, I marry that with the custom games of, oh, I built this insane new mode with all of these new
Yeah.
features. Come play this with me. And guess
And get
what?
Battle Pass XP.
And get Battle Pass XP.
Yeah.
Like you're not punished for playing in a fun and unique way, even if the game, and then that I think is going to open, I mean, in this case, open the floodgates, for lack of a better term, to both community creation, but also just like, yeah, the lifeblood of the community going forward.
And you were saying before it started, you were like, I don't know if this is the definitive Halo experience yet. I mean, this is a big step towards that.
I would
This is a
still
big
die,
step
yeah.
towards that.
I'd
I
still
mean,
die
well,
on a hill for
so stuff like this is
Battle
going to
Royale.
bring people over that, they saw with Halo Infinite in the first year or so, and they're like, you know what, I'm going back to Master Chief Collection. Like I don't really think that this is where it's at as far as what Halo Infinite is offering in terms of content. Now you've got all these game modes, you've got Infection, you've got these two that are coming. You've got so many different ways to play. It feels like old Halo again in terms of like people are creating Forge content that you can engage with. Back in the day, you didn't care about a battle pass. You didn't have live service sort of hamster wheels to engage with, rewards to engage with. You just played to play.
Yeah.
And then, there were things to unlock in game. We don't have that anymore. It's all stuff to unlock server side or whatever. So it's sort of bringing that feeling back of, okay, I'm going to engage with the game how I want to and just have fun. And then that's going to be rewarding in its own right.
Yeah.
Them sort of restoring that feeling to the game is like very big. And also, if they're bringing back an old game mode and creating a new one, I want to see more about what this extraction game mode is because that could be very cool. That could be like in line with like Hunt and DMZ. I mean, those are two very drastically different extraction type game modes. I don't know what we're talking about here. I mean, if this is going to be on. Will this be on the big team battle maps? Maybe. I mean, so much speculation going on in my head of like, what is this extraction mode going to be?
1 week from today, we gotta go play it, and that's gonna be something that I think.
I would
really
think it's gonna be like the big team battle maps, and then you've got like AI everywhere, and you have to run in and collect cores or something, and the other team's
Yeah.
trying to get them too or something like that, and there's like a big brute in the way, and sort of Gambit like
Yeah.
maybe, but like you're on the same map kind of.
Feels so
Yeah,
weird
that
that
would be
like
cool.
Halo is doing so much of what like I've been like, come on, Destiny.
Yeah,
Give
but they're
me some
doing
of
it
this.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing it better. So whatever, I don't care. I'd rather play Halo anyway. That's what started it all. So
Yeah, that's what started it all. Now, one final question before we wrap up. Again, we just wanted to do a short
yeah.
show in this case. So before we jump into this last question, where could people find you, Kirk? What do you got coming on? Coming up?
I am on YouTube at What's New Video Games. I should be reviewing Wildcard Football here in a couple of days. I've got a review of NHL 24 up right now just because it's sports season apparently, but should have some Lords of the Fallen content pretty soon here, and then maybe some spooky stuff, some horror Halloween stuff. I know you and I might get into some Redfall at some point. We might talk about that on
I
the
would
next
love
Worth the
that.
Game.
It's the
Yeah.
perfect season for the Redfall update too. And then also
Yeah.
again, oh man, it's hard to like if you're gonna say, Brian, what do you want to play more, Halo Season 5 or Redfall? It's like Halo's gonna take it.
I know
every
what I'm
day.
picking out of those two, and it's not even close, man. Come on. Oh man, after seeing that, dude,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna be refreshing, like to see that if the update's live, on my Xbox.
Dude, I think one thing I can feel a definite confidence in stating is that the problem with Halo from 4, 5, and in this case 6 was the leadership at 343. They have all been replaced. They have new people leading it, and I think based off of just my experience as a software engineer, like I was like, yep, it's gonna take some time, and we saw the first fruits. I think with season 4, we're now ideally seeing a team that's actually got the right leadership in place, that's firing on all cylinders. And then if this knocks it out of the park for me, like season 4 did, holy crap, dude, season 6, we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll have to react to these, like each and every time. And then I see you highlight another comment. Go ahead.
And I haven't maxed out a battle pass in this game yet, and like seeing all these rewards, like I can get flood stuff on my gun, I can get flood stuff on my helmet. This might be the first season that I go to tier 100 because this stuff again, like I was talking about before we saw the trailer, like I think we really care about, it's integral to like why we care about Halo, sort of everything that is Halo. What is from this universe that's so unique about it? It is, the Covenant, the Flood, the locations, the lore behind all of this. And so, like you said, like some of that kind of got lost with the 343, like Architect, Forerunner trilogy type thing. This is getting back to basics where like I can get like flood coming out of my gun, man. Like, yes, I want to get into this battle pass and get these rewards because it feels like Halo.
Yeah,
it feels like classic
like
Halo. It feels like I'm on Halo 2 or something. And so if these rewards are gonna make me feel like that, yeah, I'm gonna jump in and grind hours and hours to get that stuff. So I'm excited.
Invincible says this game looks amazing. Do you think the next Halo game comes out fully loaded at launch?
I don't think we see another next Halo for a while. I think they want to they want to do the Rainbow Six thing with this, and the Redfall thing with this, and this is promising. They might be able to do it, especially if they get more like live service people in. Sort of the thing that PlayStation's trying to do.
Yeah,
I think that they're out in front of it. Like I've said before on Work the Game, talking about Hunt and Tarkov and like other games. When you've been doing it for a while, even on a small scale, that really helps, as opposed to somebody trying to put out a brand new IP, a brand new game. It's hard to get a player base immediately. It's hard to have longevity and sustainability. When you've been doing it for a while, even on a small scale, like Halo Infinite has done since they lost the majority of their players, they've still been in the trenches doing it. And so that time, that experience that they've had just existing as a live service game, it puts them by far and away in front of the rest of the field of games that are going to come out in the next year. So we might see a comeback here. It's never going to be like, it's not going to be what we think of as like Halo. But in terms of competing with like a Rainbow Six Siege or a Tarkov or something like that, I think that this game has a bright future.
Yeah, I think it has a bright future. I don't think like Mr. YouTube Andy thinks that the game's dead. They should end the Halo series. I don't see that happening. I think it has enough still that name alone commands a lot of just like,
Means
oh,
a lot
let's
to
see what's going
people.
on.
Yeah.
And the seasonal model with the invitation, this will be a new invitation for people to come and check back out the game. I do think though that the next Halo, like the next whatever it's Infinity 2 or Halo 7, however they decide at Xbox has the worst naming conventions. We can all agree on how they choose to number and name their titles, but I do think that they
do like the number 7, or at least Bungie does. So
Seven's a fun number. Seven's a fun number. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you're interested in checking out Halo, get involved in the Discord. We've been hanging out playing a little Halo, not as often, but I think with season 5, that's going to be something maybe we put back on the schedule to get some team games, some custom games going. Talking some old school trash with a bunch of gamers. Like
I can't wait for that extraction mode. It might pull me off a Hunt. Like I really like Hunt, and if this game mode is anything like that, and it feels like you're playing like old school 1, 2, and 3 Halo, but you're online and it's against other people. Oh, that would be fantastic. I don't think we've ever really had anything like that, like both at the same time. So if they're bringing that experience, like I am all for that. Let's make it happen.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us for this just random reaction that turned into kind of a mini podcast. Please go follow Kirk over at What's New Video Games. I got him tagged both on this because I tossed this up on Work the Game and over on Ginger Prime because I was just excited. I was like, let's react. Let's see what this is about. I
can't believe that delivered like so well. Like again, I thought that was gonna be so like lukewarm, and it was dope. Like I can't wait to see like their 5 to 7 minute deep dive on the season, and then get to playing, man, next week. Like I'm so excited. This might be my most exciting content drop for the month, and that's saying something because we got a lot going on right now. So
so Mister's name is Michael, and like we go. I love the guy. I think he's we don't always agree, but him and I are also hardcore Nintendo boys. Like at the end of the day, the worst feature about me is that you never see it coming, and then for some reason I'm like, here Nintendo, have all the money that I have, and keep doing the stuff that pisses me off.
You're gonna have to find time for Halo with Super Mario Wonder coming out,
dude. Actually, the nice thing about it is that Halo's a game that I feel fine playing in front of my kids, and they like to. Maddie's got she's 9, so she's getting really big into cheerleading. So she just sits there and does cheers every time I get a kill, which is both cute and at the same time also enjoyable. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Please go check out Kirk's content. Also be sure to subscribe and share this out. Let's see if I can't clip some of those reactions because that was so good. And I can't wait to guys give you some more hands-on and who knows, maybe we'll break it down into some guides and stuff. We got lots of stuff. Be sure to keep it locked to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.
Till then, work the game.
Peace. Spinning